Students, so we are going to do the summary of the Dover beach today, and then we will discuss the question answers and the theme of the poem. So it starts with the night scene at Dover, looking at the beach at Dover at night through the window of his room. The poet finds the sea calm and the tide full. The moon is shining in the sky. The strait of the Dover is bathed in the moonlight. The moonlight on the distant French coast is dim and then it soon disappears. The cliffs of England, brilliantly shining in the moonlight, extend up to the calm strait. The glimpse of the sea. The presence of the beloved in the room comes to be known as the poet invites his beloved to come and see the beautiful scene. The night air that blows is very pleasant. A long line of water rises where up the sea touches the land, bathed in moonlight. The poet draws the attention of the beloved to the harsh sound made by the pebbles as they strike against the shore. As the rising waves recede, these pebbles and are thrown back on the sandy shore of the sea. The waves rise and fall in a set pattern and produce a slow, trembling kind of music. The slow music brings the note of everlasting melancholy. Allusion to Sophocles. The slow, sad music of the sea waves reminds the poet of Sophocles, a great Greek dramatist who heard the same sad music of Aegean Sea, the sea between the Greece and the Asia Minor. This sad music brought to his mind the wretchedness of human life. This inspired him to write great plays in which he dramatized various aspects of human misery and tragedy. The poet remarks that like Sophocles, they, the poet and his beloved, also find a note of human misery in the sound of the sea at Dover Beach. The sound of the sea thus gives expression to human misery that has there was in Sophocles' times and is there in their own times. The declining sea of faith. The poet says that once the sea of faith was full and it had encircled the whole earth, but now it is declining and receding. As the wind of the night blows and the sea withdraws, the shore is covered with only rounded stones or bare-necked pebbles. But as the faith declines, the harsh reality suggested by the naked and dreary pebbles on the beach leaves mankind sad and disillusioned. The world of confusions and uncertainties. The poet asks his beloved to be loyal to each other in an age of doubts and uncertainties. The seemingly beautiful world has neither joy nor love, nor light of knowledge, nor any certainty about anything. It is shorn of peace and remedy for any pain. We human beings in this dark world are like two opposite armies fighting each other in total darkness, not knowing whom they are killing, friends or foes. Thus, the poet brings about the confusions, doubts, and uncertainties prevailing in his times. Please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us being consistent in our videos. Now let's start with the paraphrase. Stanza 1. The sea. 2. Of sadness in. Tonight the sea at Dover is calm. The tide is full. The moon shines brightly on the whole strait. The moonlight shines dimly on the French coast and its icon disappears. The cliffs of England stand firmly bathed in the moonlight. They extend up to the calm strait. Come to the window. The night atmosphere is very pleasant. A long line of water drops rises up from the sea to touch the land bathed in the moonlight. The poet then asks his beloved to listen to the harsh sound of the pebbles as they strike against the shore when the waves advance. When the waves retreat, they throw the pebbles on the sandy shore of the sea. The rise and fall of the waves in a set pattern produces a slow, trembling sound of music, which brings in a note of melancholy which is everlasting. Second stanza. Long ago, Sophocles listened to the sound of the ocean, the Aegean Sea, that lies between Greece and Asia Minor, and he too found the note of sadness in that sound. The sound reminded him of all the wild confusion and distress prevailing in human life, and he gave expression to it as a tragic play. Like Sophocles, he was also reminded of the eternal human misery as he listened to the slow sound of his northern sea water. Stanza 3. Just as the sea is full now, once upon a time the world was full of faith. The sea here becomes a symbol of faith. Once the sea had encircled the whole world, now the sea is fast retreating, leaving behind bare and naked shingles as the wind of the night begins to blow. The harsh reality, symbolized by the naked and dreary pebbles on shore, leaves mankind sad and dejected. Last stanza, stanza number 4. Oh, my beloved, let us be loyal to each other, because the world that lies before us, like a land of dreams, beautiful, charming, full of new ways, and variety actual has nothing in it. This world has neither joy, nor love, nor light of knowledge, nor any certainty about anything. It is devoid of peace. It has no remedy for any pain or sorrow. We all are on this earth are like two opposing armies fighting each other in the total darkness of night, overcome by fears, doubts, and uncertainties. So here are all the passages are finished. So now we will start with themes. Theme number 1 is decline in faith. Dover Beach brings home the idea of the religious faith has declined. It was this faith that was once a sustaining force for the whole mankind. With the developments in science, a large number of people have lost faith in God. Many more are confused and uncertain. The loss of faith has only brought upon the earth endless pain and sorrow. The world without faith hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help for pain. The people in Arnold's times, the Victorian age, found themselves in the doldrums. They did not know what to believe. Neither could they shut their eyes to the new scientific discoveries, nor were they willing to accept that their religious faith was irrational and false. The result was a conflict in their mind. It is the mental conflict which is expressed through the imagery in Dover Beach. The sea is closely connected with the main theme of the poem. The sea at one place becomes symbol of eternal human mystery. Later, it becomes symbol of faith. The decline in faith is compared to the receding of the sea, leaving behind the naked shingles of reality. The world without faith is barren, dark, and ugly. People now live in a dark world without any hope and carry on an aimless struggle, beautifully depicted in the image of the battlefield of utter confusion and chaos. And here we are, as on a darkling plain, swept with confused alarms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clash by night. So this was the first theme, and the second theme is alternative to the loss of faith. Another theme of the poem is obliquely expressed by the poet when he addressed his beloved. Our love, let us be true to one another. The alternative to the loss of faith is mutual love. If we remain loyal to one another, we can still be at peace with ourselves. Love and loyalty still seem to be certain in a world of uncertainties. So this was all with the themes, and now if you want me to do literally devices, just comment down. I will do that in another video. So let us start with question answers now. Question A. In Dover Beach, Matthew Arnold says, the sea of faith was once two, at the full and the round at the earth's shore. Explain and discuss with the reference to the text. Answer. In Dover Beach, Matthew Arnold gives the expression to the people's declining faith in religion, mainly to be Christianity. In a beautiful metaphor, he compares faith in religion to the sea of faith. Once, this sea of faith had encircled the whole world, which means that there was a time when the whole world was full of strong religious belief. But now that the faith has declined, the harsh reality symbolized by naked shingles leaves mankind sad and dejected. In other words, it is a lack of faith which is accountable for much suffering and agony in the world. It is important to keep in mind that the Victorian age in which the poem was written saw the fast development of science. Charles Darwin's theory of the origin of species and many other scientific discoveries shook people's faith in God. The creation of mankind, according to Darwin, was a slow process of evolution. They trace man's origin to the ape or the monkey. It runs counter to the religious belief that the God has made man in his own image. This naturally resulted in doubts and uncertainties in people's mind. Some lost faith in God and religion, and many others like Arnold wavered in their faith. In another beautiful image in the Dover Beach, Arnold sees that people on this earth are no better than two opposing armies fighting each other in total darkness, not knowing whether they are hurting or killing friends or foes. This brings out confusion, doubt, and uncertainties of man in the new world. As a result, the world has turned into a battlefield and people are turning against one another. In the midst of the crisis of faith, there is only one hope left, according to the poet, and that is to love and remain loyal to each other. Okay, so now comes an important question. In what sense is the poem an elegy? Answer: the main characteristics of an elegy is to lament over the loss of some person or something to us. In Dover Beach, the poet laments to the loss of faith. The elegiacal note is clearly discernible when the rhythmic sound of the waves make the poet sad. The whole world seems to him devoid of any hope and joy. The world, in fact, hath really neither joy nor love nor light, nor certitude nor peace nor help for pain. Outwardly, the world seems to be bright, but in reality, it is swallowed by darkness. The poet is sad to the note that people's faith in religion has declined. This has caused much confusion and doubts in their mind. They have turned against each other. The whole world is now plunged into darkness of ignorance and violence. This melancholy note turns the poem into a sort of elegy, though it is not an elegy proper. The poet suggests a way to survive in the midst of the soul-killing, a loss of faith in our world, and that is to love and remain loyal to each other when nothing can redeem the situation. Even a small step at the individual level is significant and necessary to solve difficult problems. Now question number C. How does the poet describe the beautiful night scene at the Dover in the poem? Answer: looking at the beach at Dover at night through the window of his room, the poet finds the sea calm and the tide full. The moon is shining in the sky. The strait of the Dover is bathed into moonlight. The moon light on the distant French coast is dim and then it soon disappears. The cliffs of England, brightly shining in the moonlight, extends up to the calm strait. The presence of the beloved in the room comes to be known as the poet invites his beloved to see and see the beautiful scene. The night air that blows is very pleasant. A long line of water rises up where the sea touches the land bathed into moonlight. The poet draws the attention of the beloved to the harsh sound made by the pebbles as they strike each other against the shore. As the rising waves recede, these pebbles are thrown back on the sandy shore of the sea. The waves rise and fall in a set pattern and produce a slow, trampling kind of music. This slow music brings in the note of everlasting melancholy. I think so. It is enough for this video. I will make one more video discussing question answers of the Dover Beach, and you can comment down if you want literary devices also in the next video. And please like the video and subscribe to the channel and get the notifications well on time. Thank you.